Good morning or good evening to my viewers. Today we will see the reference model. The reference model are basically of two types. One is the OSI model and other one is the TCP model. OSI model. In OSI model we have 7 layers as we can see in the figure. The 7 layers are, the first one is the physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, application layer. We'll see the functionalities of each of the layer. First one is the physical layer. In physical layer, all the electrical aspects of the information takes place. Means basically it converts the bit into binary format, zeros and ones. This is the electrical format. Through which, by this binary conversion only, the data can be passed through a medium and therefore it can be received to the receiver. So all the information gets converted into the electrical into bits, ones and zero. This is the functionality of physical layer. And next we have data link layer. In data link layer, we will mainly focus on the reliable synchronization. In data link layer, we'll basically focus on the reliable synchronization and data transmission. The data transmission is an important. The data should be transmitted to physical layer in a proper way. From there only it can be sent to the receiver. So reliable transmission. And one more important functionality is its main functionality is the error control, error detection and control. In this we have the error detection and control. Next, network layer. And then in the network layer, it basically deals with all the issues regarding of the network. Network means addresses. It basically deals with addresses. Means what is the source address, what is the destination address, how to go from source to destination in a reliable way or in an efficient way. All the networking. What is the source address of sender, what is the destination address. It checks all the addressing related issue, network related issue. Next we'll have the transport layer. This transport layer basically transfers the information from source to the destination. So if you want to have a clear explanation of the transport view, you can check my video, a previous one named as the transport layer, that is TCP and UDP. For the details information you can check that video. The main functionality of transport layer is nothing but transfer the information. Here we have two protocols, that is TCP and UDP, which I have explained in my previous video. Next we'll have the session layer. In this session layer, the main aim of this session layer is to establish the session between the users. If there are some two users, the main functionality of the session layer is to establish the session. In this session layer, we have two functionalities. One is the dialog transfer. This dialog transfer, what it checks is whether it gives the preference, or it gives the numbering that you should send for. It gives the numbering, or it keeps the track of numbering to the users. Means for this time, for this session, the user 1 should transmit the data. For this session, user 2 should transmit the data. It gives, or it keeps the track of users transfer of information. And next we have this is the dialog. Dialog is one. And one more property we can say that one more property of this session layer is that it basically gives some allotment to the users. Means you can transfer this data at particular session, and this user should transfer at this data at particular session. Why this type of allotment is given in the sense because it prevents from the crashing, or it prevents from the it prevents from interrupting the users. Means two users should not interrupt at the same time. That's why this allotment is given. This session means this user should transfer for this user should transfer for this. Next we'll have the presentation layer. In presentation layer, it basically focus on it is basically the part of an operating system. It converts one format to the other. This presentation, it converts from one format to the other. In the application layer, here we use specific protocols for the particular application. So, suppose we have the protocols are SMTP, means simple mail transfer protocol. This is basically used when we are using the mail application. So when a mail application is to be get activated, then this type of protocol is used. Next we have FTP. FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol. This protocol is basically used when transferring the files. This is about the OSI reference model. Now the previous one was the OSI model. In OSI model we have 7 layers. The advanced, or after this OSI we have discovered, or they have discovered one more reference model, that is known as TCP model. TCP or IP model. This basically has same layer, but the presentation and session layer are not present in this TCP model. So hence, as these 2 layers are deleted, means actually there are 7 layers. As these 2 layers are deleted, we have only 5 layers. So TCP IP is called as 5 layer model. In the same will have physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer. But these 2 layers are deleted. In this TCP model, these 2 layers are deleted. Next we'll have the application layer. The functionality of these layers is same. Physical, electrical aspects, data link, reliable synchronization and error correction and detection. Network layer, all the issues regarding the handling of networks, means what address should be given, address related issues, transfer the data. Application, the specific application protocol implement specific layer. So this is the OSI model and this is the TCP model. This is the quite brief information and working of how these reference models are used. Thanks for watching my video. Thank you.